Hi, thanks for tuning into my Steam Party how-to videos. In this video, we're going to talk about distributing the game to other people so we can actually test out the Steam Party with more than one player. But before I get into that, I do want to go back to one thing we did in the previous video. Whenever we hit play and I hit enter, and then I hit enter again to exit or escape, it doesn't go away. There's one little thing that needs to be selected on in case people are following along with this video. You can open up the game menu, and inside of you click on the W_game menu master file here, the root. We want to go to is focusable. We want to make sure to click on that. That way we can sit there and get those key inputs. So go ahead and save it. Now when we hit play, I shall hit enter, and enter again, it goes away. So now it's working properly. So, all right, so moving on. So the trick is for testing with Steam is there's a couple things you need to know about Steam. One, you can only test Steam with one account on one computer. So if you want to test another player out, you have to have another complete computer with a different logon to play with. You can have multiple accounts logged on to the same network. So if you have like 3 computers in your house, you can sit there and log on a different account to each one of those computers, be on the same network and play with each other with no problem. The only caveat you get to when there is a problem is if you're trying to do a dedicated server. A dedicated server needs its own IP address to talk back to. If you have a dedicated server on the same IP address as your other computers, it will not work. So just a FYI for dedicated servers, you need to run a second IP address to your computer, to your network, and then on a completely different IP address is your players to play. So if you have your computers and your other party members on your network, that's fine. Just make sure if you do dedicated servers in the future, that has to be a completely different IP set network. So let's go ahead and talk about how we're going to test this out. Well, we need to go ahead and do a packaging. So let's go ahead and package this. We'll go to File and Package Project. I recommend always package a project every now and then just to keep yourself apprised of any errors and fix them as you approach them. I recommend that for any game project. So I'll go ahead and package this for Windows 64. And then I'll go ahead and pick a place for me to output that out. So for me to share with other people, I'm going to put it in my Perforce directory. So I'm going to create a folder here called Test Packages. Or how about just called Cooked Game. Sounds good to me. And I'll open that up and select that folder. And then now what happens, it'll start to package it. This process could take between 5 minutes to an hour, depending how big the project is. So I'll go ahead and pause the video now and catch up when the packaging is complete. All right, I fast forwarded through all the waiting of the compiling and we have success. So what happens was it went through, compiled all the code, went down into, there was some information here as far as some warnings, really nothing to has to do with our stuff. It's the plugin stuff. It's more with animation stuff. But again, they were just warnings. Compression for the animation looks like. So nothing concerning our plugin. Scrolling down, everything went good. And again, it restates the warnings at the end. And basically, that's what the animation itself, the way it compresses and stuff like that. So nothing to worry about. Everything was good, successful, yes. So now the next thing to do would be to go to the cook location, and here's the cook game. Now I want to go ahead and copy that over. Now I don't want to name Windows No Editor, so I'll call it Air Battle. And then what I'll do is copy this over to my Perforce server, which I have over here. I'll go ahead and copy this over to my other computer with my other account to log in and test this out. So I'm going to pause, do that, and I'll be back 1 second. All right, welcome back. So I have fast forwarded through the copying of the game. One of the things I want to show you is once I do start it, make sure you recently go into Steam, just open up a display and close it because there's some a small inactivity time over like 10 or 20 seconds. I'll go ahead and open up the Air Battle on the other computer I copied it to. You notice in the lower right hand corner I have Jason Dev is now playing Space War, which is the name of the 480 ID from Steam. So now I know that I've already got that game connected to Steam and ready to go. So I'll go ahead and do the same thing on mine. I'll go to the cook game that we cooked out and open up Air Battle. Again, make sure Steam is up. And then what'll happen is it'll connect up to Steam community, and I should be able to see, there you go, overlay's working great. Pop open my party slot. And what you'll see is now that we have somebody that's already playing the same game, which is pretty awesome. So that means that I can actually see who's actually up and running and send them invites. I also colored the text green to know that, hey, this game, this is the right, he's ready to go. He's ready to be invited. And then here's some other ones that are online and busy and playing. These categories you can change and add different ones. There's other ones in there that I didn't put on there, like offline. You can also not show the ones that aren't playing except for the ones that are playing the same game. So that's good to know. Whenever I do click on it, it will send an invite. So that pops over on their screen. They will go ahead and hit accept. It's important that there's not a notification that, hey, this has already been sent out. So you could send it again multiple times. Then once he does accept the invite, it pops in down here. You can see Jason Dev has joined a party. Yes, success. So now, if everything's going good, I only have one friend to invite on this example. So I'll go ahead and close this out. We could sit there and chat to this guy, say, I'm just send him a private message. Hello, dude. And then that private message shows up as another tab. Now, as you have more people in the party, this will expand and have a scroll bar appear so you can scroll through all the different tabs of people you're talking to individually for direct messages. Otherwise, if you want a global chat, you go to the party and you talk here. So that seems to be working great. I'll go ahead and start the party. So we'll hit play game. Now what happens is I'm coming in the game, and at the same time he's loading into the game also. In this game mode, I don't have a wait time for people to come in, but you'll see him pop in, and there he is right there. He's actually facing the wall. I'll bring him over. Well, actually, in this one, there is no player controller, because if you see over here that little sphere, that sphere, that is the player on the other side. So that's just something on the game side I have not set up to take another player yet. So I'll do that for this example and send it out for people. So I'll go ahead and get that fixed up on the next thing I do. And so to continue on the test, the other player is inside of here. They're just not in a ship. They're just in a nice little circly ball. So I'll go ahead and I can see myself flying past myself on the other screen. Exit, hit main menu. It'll kill the server, and then what'll happen is it will automatically reconnect the other people that's in your party. So now you're back together again, ready for the next go around. No one's connected to any of the computer. Everybody's on their own computer on their main menu, and we can continue on with the next game. Like, oh, that was badass. That was awesome. Awesome. GG. Just wish you had a ship body to shoot. So I'll fix that up. That's nothing to do with the plugin, but the idea is there that we connected into the party and back. Now I'll show you the opposite side of it. Let's go ahead and I can kick. Again, I showed you that bug before. Click on that. Hit kick this guy out. You can kick guys out individually, or I'll go ahead and disband the party. If I click on here, disband, everything's taken off. I'm going to go ahead and send an invite from the other computer so you can kind of see the backside of it. Boom. Jason Dev has invited you to join the party. I'll go ahead and accept that bad boy. Heck yeah. And then what we'll want to do is once we connect, it'll go and it takes a few seconds to get the connection set up on Steam, and then it'll connect you into the party, and then now you have revoke privileges just as a member privilege instead of a party leader, which gives you just able to leave and chat and say, let's get going. I can check back to Jason Dev, and then I don't have the ability to actually hit play the game, so he'll have to actually, the host leader will actually start the game, and once he does start that game, it starts to send us a to a loading screen saying join a game, and you can hit cancel if you would like to. Now pop in here. It looks kind of strange at first, but you can see I'm actually in the game. I am. The other guys are flying over here, but I'm just that little weird ball flying around. So I am connected up with these other guys that are flying around. And in fact, if I hit my mouse button, I should see some of it, but they're flying way off. But anyways, let's go ahead and exit this. What I want to do is hit escape, main menu. And what happens is now we're back in the main menu. We're still part of the party, all right? So we're waiting for the host to join. I can't do anything because I'm still on this party host, so he could take longer to exit out and come back online. If I get tired of waiting, there's an automatic timeout, or I can just leave if I'm not wanting to wait for the party to reconvene and I'm done or whatever. But let's say I do, I'll go ahead and exit out on the other game. Once I exit out, it'll go ahead and reconnect automatically. And that's what's really cool about this feature is that you're back together again. You don't have to sit there and go to the lobby and say, hey, let's hopefully get in the same lobby like the default implementation is on Steam. This way we can travel with our friends to play the parties. So I hope you guys enjoyed this training series. That's all you need to do to get this plugin to work. That's the basics of it. It really is pretty simple to integrate. Now I'll create some more videos going forward on how to extend it, like how to customize the menus, how to increase the party count and stuff like that. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave comments below and I'll get to those as soon as I can. And thanks again guys for watching, and hope you guys enjoyed this plugin. Bye.